So many of us want to know more about the foods we buy for our families and ourselves, but transparency in food is evolving. Health Canada only started requiring nutrition labels on prepackaged foods in December of 2007 and added food allergen labeling as recent as August 2012. Well, we have a very special guest today, Danny Houghton, a partner in 1 Degree Organic Foods. He has taken food labeling to the next level with a simple-to-use ingredient tracker that takes you right to the farm that it was grown on. Thank you so much for joining us, Danny.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's so great to have you here. Now, I absolutely love this tracker. I've never heard of it before. It tracks the ingredients. Tell us more about it.
It's something that we've built into every 1 Degree product that we make. It's a simple QR code. When you scan it, we'll actually pull up a product profile with a list of every single ingredient in that 1 Degree product. And if you click on the ingredient, it will actually take you to an ingredient profile, show you who the farmer was that grew it, where he's from.
Hi, I'm Don Hladich. If you're seeing this, this is the spell that's in your food.
You can watch a 30-second video, you can look at a photo essay, really gives you context for where the ingredient came from. And if you don't have a smartphone, there's a simple 6-digit code that you can plug in at 1degreeorganics.com, get the same thing.
So you can find out the farmer, where he is, how it grows right in the palm of your hand.
Exactly.
So why is access to this information so important?
People really don't know where their food comes from. I mean, if you pick up a package and you look at the ingredient list, you know what the ingredients are, but you don't know where they came from. What we're trying to do with this tracking system is really help people understand the context of how their food is grown, who grew it, how it was grown, and allow them to make choices as to whether or not this is something that they're comfortable putting in their body.
So that's real transparency. Now tell us more about your breads and cereals.
We have a great line of sprouted grain breads that are certified organic and non-GMO. Range from flavors like lentil grain to flax and spelt. We also have a wonderful line of 5 breakfast cereals, all sprouted, non-GMO organic. Flavors range from a cacao sprouted brown rice crisp to a gluten-free ancient maize flake.
So why do you sprout the grains?
Sprouting is actually something we learned from Mother Nature. It's basically us soaking a grain in water and making it think it's growing into a plant. And when it thinks that, it actually lets down its natural defenses and begins to release some nutrients, begins to release some fuel for the seed, complex sugars going to simple sugars. And by sprouting it in that way, we're able to capture that nutrition and pass it along to the person that's eating the sprouted product.
And why do you think certified organic and non-GMO foods matter?
We prefer grains that are crafted by Mother Nature rather than engineered in a lab. And so that's why we use non-genetically modified grains in all of the products that we make.
I was on your website and there's talk of organic, but there's talk of veganic. Now, what is veganic?
Since we know who the farmers are that we work with, we can say to them, hey, we want you to grow our grains in a specific way. We don't want you to use any blood meal, bone meal, manures, any animal byproducts of any kind. We say, don't use any of those when you're growing crops for 1 Degree.
When you see the videos, you can see the passion these Canadian farmers share. You could see how much they love their land and what they do. And we do have some clips that we'd like to show. Let's take a look.
I am proud of the crops we grow. If I didn't have a passion to grow them, then I wouldn't have the respect about growing them either.
I want to raise a product that would be what I would be looking for.
That's really what the ingredient transparency is all about, is empowering the consumer to make informed choices about what they're putting in their body.
So making better decisions, more informed decisions, and knowing where your food comes from.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Danny.
Thank you.
To find out more about 1 Degree and to meet the farmers who help create these delicious cereals and breads, go to betterlivingtv.ca/1 Degree.